Meditation. Meditation is a practice in which an individual trains the mind and induces a mode of consciousness to realize some benefit. One type of meditation is Samatha meditation. Samatha means calm. Samatha meditation is an effective but gentle way of training the mind to develop inner strength and freedom from turmoil, leading on to clarity and understanding. This path from calm to insight was followed by Buddha himself and is a central tradition of Buddhist religion. Samatha meditation has been represented by a diagram that shows the nine stages of mental development. I'm going to show you my interpretation of the diagrams of Samatha meditation. My name is Francisco Rancoret. Stage number 1. Power of study and hearing. This is the first stage of Samatha meditation, which requires absolutely no preparation. Here we have a regular man who wants to initiate this process. Here we have a crown that represents clear understanding, and as you can see, the man is not wearing it since he hasn't yet got a clear understanding of life at this moment. This cloud is representing the man's mind, and its irregularity represents mental dullness or sinking. This hook represents mindfulness and recollection. This big bag of money represents mental agitation, or in other words, distractions or scattering. At this moment it is very big, since people have very strong distractions in their daily life. Lastly, this effort chart represents the degree of effort needed to develop both recollection and understanding. At this moment, it is maximum, since our mind is full of unuseful things. We all apply to this stage in our daily lives, although we are not conscious of it. At this stage, our mind is totally blocked, therefore we are unable to perceive the world as it really is. In order to advance to the second stage, this man has to focus all of its attention to one object, or one objective. Stage 2. Power of concentration. This involves a stronger concentration on the object and a suitable environment for the beginning of the serious concentration. I recommend a very quiet place with low light. You should be sitting in the floor without touching any surroundings, maintaining your back straight and your arms totally relaxed. Now, the mental agitation or distraction has been reduced only slightly, but at least you start differentiating distractions coming from your five senses: touch, taste, smell, hearing, and sight. Usually, people focus their attention on their breath in order to try to forget everything coming from their senses. Also, the cloud's shape is now slightly more regular, which represents that now the mind starts fixing and holding the object of concentration and starts to analyze it with precise detail. This state of mind is hard to achieve, but you need to work hard to forget everything and start focusing in and just in the object. Also, the degree of effort needed for understanding decreases, because in this stage you begin to realize things that you didn't realize in the past stages, like that your heart pumps pretty hard and now you can feel the blood flowing through all out of your body. Stage 3 and 4. Power of memory or recollection. The man grabs the hook and catches the cloud, demonstrating that now he controls his wandering mind and focuses on the object. The cloud now divides in two parts, the inner part and the outer part. The inner part represents the subtle aspect of the mental torpor, when the outer part represents the gross aspect of this mental torpor. Now the man is able to differentiate the gross and the subtle aspect of his mind thinking. In this case, their shape is still irregular, but is starting to look like a regular rectangle. The size of the bag of money continues to reduce, and the man now seems to control these distracting thoughts. The degree of effort also continues to decrease, since now he has a bigger comprehension of the object and his mind. As you can see, the man is now directly watching the cloud and the bag of money, which means that he has recognized and distinguished these mental distractions. Now he is trying hard to control his mind and direct all of his thoughts to this object that he is observing. The man now has a clear and detailed conception of the object. At this stage, the man is still conscious about his existence and his location, but he starts slowly to forget this and only concentrate on the object. He also slowly starts to forget about his extremities, since they are resting in a comfortable position and they don't have anything to do with the object he is focusing in. Stages 5 and 6. Power of clear comprehension. The man now wears the crown, showing that he has now a clear understanding of his situation, the object, and his mind. The bag of money is now very little, because the distractions are almost totally vanished. It is very common that people have virtuous thoughts at this moment, but these need to be considered a distraction, therefore eliminated from their minds. Now, we can say that the mind of the man is completely controlled. The mind is pacified, taking a much similar aspect of a rectangle. Also, the gross and subtle aspects of thinking are fusion, since the mind is controlled and focused totally on the object. The man now forgets totally his existence and every other thought he had in his mind, and starts to believe that the object he is analyzing is his life. He now tries to feel like the object, and the object becomes part of his body, since the complete focus of the man's mind is directed to it. Stages 7 and 8. Power of energetic perseverance. The mind now has a completely regular shape, eliminating all of its mental dullness or sinking. The mind can now remain continually in absorption of the object's concentration. We can say that the mind has now a complete single pointedness that's directed to the object. At the beginning of the stage, the bag of money is almost vanished, meaning that if any distraction appears, the mind will automatically destroy it with absolutely no effort, and at the end of the stage, this bag vanishes completely, leaving no opportunity for distractions to arise. Also, the effort for understanding and recollection is now zero, at its minimum. The man now begins to enter a new world of comprehension about life, different to any other type of thought in his regular life. At this stage, he begins to comprehend the real functioning of things, and realizes all the dimensions of the world and everything that humanity does not perceive. This is why the man is holding a world which appears to be different to the normal world, as we can see with these rays coming out of the world. Stage number 9. Power of perfection. The man now sits on top of the world and of his mind. He has reached the perfect equanimity. A rainbow emanates from the man, representing mind and body bliss, which lead us to the attainment of Samatha. All of this represents that the man now has the ability to examine the sublime meaning of Shunyata. Shunyata is the knowledge of the ultimate reality of all phenomena, or in other words, the ultimate reality of all things in the world. At this stage, people can travel through time, can investigate the origin of Earth, origin of life, and many other extraordinary things that humans are not capable of perceiving. This state relates to the state of eudaimonia that Plato believes in. You feel totally satisfied and happy with the world, and you are able to comprehend it at its maximum because you understand it completely, starting not to depend on your senses to understand things, since they only perceive some things and not the world as it really is. You illuminate yourself, and you reach a state of mind that you can be comparable with a God. You don't have the ability to create things, but you comprehend them just as a God does. At this stage, your concentration is so high that you separate yourself from the world and looked it from outside, as if you were a God who was looking at his creation.